Welcome back to Vision for the Glory of God. That's what we're digging into, and if you're following along and you're doing each video and each homework, you are at a really good spot right now. So y'all wrote your 100 things that you would love to do, your 100 dreams. And then also the next, you went and took your top 5. You did our top 10. I think we did the top 10. And we have narrowed that down. We've talked about it. We've prayed about it. We've dug into why we need a plan now. Today, we're going to just have a short one, but today's going to be about visualization. So visualizing something in your mind is a part of faith. The Bible says that we walk by faith and not by sight. Without faith, it's impossible to please Him. Faith is the substance of things hoped for and unseen and all that. We know what faith is, but do we actually know how to walk that faith in real everyday life? Right now, today, on this sunshiny day, do we know what we're doing today that's going to demonstrate our faith in what God is about to do in our lives? What is it? What's those actions that you do today that are demonstrating that you truly have faith that God is getting ready to do ... So, one of the things is visualization. When we visualize something in our mind, then we act as if it had already happened. So, everything starts in our thoughts. Our thoughts is the foundation of everything. The thoughts is your determines your destiny. That is how important your thoughts are. It's going to decide whether you're going to spend heaven or eternity in heaven or hell. The thoughts is going to determine the quality of your life. Do you have a good life? Do you have an awful life? It all starts here, right here. And when we visualize something is when it can become as if it is real. We cannot have faith without visualization. Even God, when He was telling Abraham, He says, come here. He says, I want you to look at the stars of the heavens. He says, Abraham, I want you to visualize that just like all the stars of the heavens, that's how many children you're going to have. He was giving Abraham a visual to go with his promise. And we're humans. We are very visual people, some more than others. And that is something that motivates us. Visual makes it feel real and makes it feel like it's more possible. So today we're going to talk about visualizing our goals. We are living by faith. We're finding our purpose and walking in our purpose. But sometimes we need to stay focused on where we are going. If we desire a deeper relationship with God, as humans, it's going to keep us more motivated and more focused if we have a visual and if we have it written out. And we've already written our things out. Now, we're going to put visuals to these things. So those 10 things that you wrote out yesterday, your top 10 things that you feel is your purpose in life and is the goals you want to achieve in life, take those 10 things and we're going to add a visual to them, okay? So a lot of us has pictures on our walls or our end tables or wherever of family members. A lot of them may have passed on. And it is a visual to us, a memory to us that we don't forget them. It's a visual reminder. So it's time to do that to your future. We have pictures of our past. Where are the pictures of our future? That's what you call faith. When you have pictures of your future, that is walking by faith. That is believing by faith that God is going to bless you and guide you. So, that is what we're talking about today, is finding a visual, a picture to go with your goals. and put it beside your written goals, okay? Sometimes it's a graph. Sometimes it's not a picture. Sometimes it's just a graph that's going to monitor our progress. And that's a visual for us. That motivates us and encourages us to see progress. So maybe that's something you want to do, especially if you're working on a financial goal or a weight loss goal, whatever it is, that you can, where you can mark the progress. That is so good, because it keeps us motivated. It keeps us accountable. When we look at those pictures, we're like, you know what? I said I was going to learn to play piano. There's that picture of that piano. Am I making progress with that? So, what we're going to do is we're going to go back to that list, those 10 things you wrote down that you wanted to achieve and you wanted to thrive in and you wanted to work towards. Those are the 10 things that we are going to do. Now, let's say you say that you want to make or save $5,000 by the end of next year. We're kind of at the end of the year here, so we're prepping for starting some of this stuff, and so that's why I'm saying, but this can be done at any time of the year, any time, because New Year's is not the only time for new beginnings. So let's say that next year you want to have $5,000 in your bank account by the end of the year. Write you a check. You can go on Pinterest or wherever, Google, print out a fake check and fill it out and put it. We're going to talk about where we're going to put and display our visuals. But that is something that's going to remind you. You know, there's people that do this thing all the time. That's why there is printable checks there. People, I've heard these testimonies over and over of people that has wrote themselves a check and says, by next year, this is how much my paycheck is going to be. And because they have a focus and they have a visual reminder, it happens. Okay? The Bible says to ask and ye shall receive. But if we are not dedicated and we're not using the tools we have, we don't ever receive. God has given us the tools to write things down and make it plain and have a vision and all this stuff. But if we don't pursue it and we don't put things in place to make it work, we're not going to ever receive. And then we wonder why our prayers are never answered. Well, because God gave us the tools to make it work and we didn't use them. And as humans, we need reminders. We need visuals. We need something to keep us motivated. Pictures, magazines, draw something, print it out. Whatever you have to do, have a visual, a reminder of what this goal is, okay? If you want to go on a vacation, are you really needing a vacation? Just some time away to refresh and recoup. Go figure out the cost of it and make you a graph of how much money you have to make every week. How much money you have to save, I should say, to be able to make that happen next year. Okay, and put that on your vision. Make a visual of that. We're going to put that on a place, a vision board, or it doesn't have to be a vision board. It can be somewhere else, but put it as a visual, okay? Do you want to pay off your car by next year? Then go out and stand beside your car in a victory pose, okay? And that can be your reminder. That can be your motivation that you want that. You want to feel that excitement of having that car paid off and no more of that crazy interest eating into your paycheck. Okay? Get you a reminder so that you can stay focused, okay? Now, this is probably going to take a little bit of time. And I don't want us, just because it's going to take a day or two, I don't want us to lose our focus on this, because this is super important. This is scientifically proven that if you have a picture of your goals, it is way, way more likely that you're going to achieve it, that you're going to keep after it and successfully reach that goal. So today I strongly encourage you, when you get a minute, Take some time. Okay, decide that you're not going to scroll Pinterest tonight or Facebook or whatever it is, and you're going to take that hour instead to sit down and make you a visual of your top 10 goals that you are going to accomplish. Go do it. You're going to be glad you did. Next year, you're going to be able to look back at this year and say, you know what? That was the most successful year of my life. And what's going to be your key? Planning. Pray, plan, persist. You can do it. You can do it. So today, go be great in planning and organizing and getting a visual for these goals and visions that God has put in your head to accomplish for Him. A vision for God's glory. Let's do this for God. Go be great.